Hey, what's up? This is Ryu. So, today we're going to be talking about a topic that has been around for literally decades, and people just can't seem to agree on it. I think it's about time we address it and we finish agreeing on this topic. So, basically, it is just how powerful are the early Dragon Ball characters, and specifically, what are their best feats, and are there any kinds of things that we think are outliers? I'm looking at Roshi. Or is it all just, all kosher? It all works. So let's dive right into this. First of all, we know that at the very beginning of Dragon Ball, even child Goku, without any kind of good key manipulation or anything like that, is fully capable of slamming Yamcha right through multiple stone pillars. This would easily surpass wall level, even getting him to small building level if you think about it, because he's literally going through very thick stone pillars, multiple of them, and it's all in one shot, sending Yamcha flying through them. So even at the very beginning of Dragon Ball, we already have small building level. We can go a step further, obviously. We see Master Roshi is able to vaporize Mount Frying Pan. Now, this would be well above baseline mountain level because, let's face it, he literally vaporizes it because he didn't hold back enough. So he was holding back, but he didn't hold back enough and vaporized the mountain anyway. So he's already well above mountain level. We know that much. But here's where it gets good. We look at the feat that many people will claim is an outlier, and this feat is Roshi destroying the moon in the 21st Budokai to turn Goku out of his Great Ape form. Now, basically, this feat is impressive for a few reasons. Number one, obviously, it shows moon-busting power. Now, this is important because this is an extremely powerful feat to have, especially that early on in the series, right? It's the first time that they've had a feat of this magnitude. Also, it's worth mentioning that he was able to reach the moon within seconds with his Kamehameha wave. This would make him have relativistic attack speed. Now, for those who don't know already, having relativistic speed is basically having 10% light speed or more. The fact is, if you can reach the moon within seconds, then you fall into this category. If you can reach the moon within like a second, then you'll have over light speed, but we're just going to say it's relativistic just to be a little bit conservative since we don't have an exact time frame. Now, the reason why this is so controversial is because a lot of people claim that there's no other moon-busting feats until Piccolo at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z when he destroys a moon. Now, why there's a second moon there, we'll get into that a little later maybe, but basically people will say that Roshi is an outlier when he destroys the moon, therefore it can't be applied. But the thing is, there are other statements and there are actually other feats that say otherwise in early Dragon Ball. Now, one of these things is in the actual guides, the official guides for the early Dragon Ball. It talks about how basically Goku during the 23rd Budokai, when he uses his Super Kamehameha against Piccolo, that attack is capable of also splitting the moon in half. It's literally stated in the guides. So this substantiates Roshi's moon-busting feat and makes it much more likely to actually, fit in with the rest of the feats and everything. This obviously makes it so it's not an outlier if it's stated to be part of his skill set in the guides as well. But we can even take this a step further when we look at Kami. Now, Kami isn't seen on screen to do many feats. However, during the 23rd Budokai, it's stated that Kami was actually able to recreate the moon after it was destroyed by Roshi. Basically, this is showing Kami's matter manipulation is capable of creating an entire moon, which is extremely impressive, and in reality, it actually takes a lot more energy to create something, to basically create matter out of energy, than it would to just simply destroy that matter, split it apart, split the gravitational binding energy to throw it apart. So, that's a really impressive feat. Also, when we look at Roshi's feat, in reality, when he destroys that moon, he doesn't just split it apart and just meet the baseline requirements. He obliterates that damn thing. So I mean, you're looking at more like a Moon Plus level feat there. So very impressive stuff from them. Now, something important that we have to debunk is basically the notion that Piccolo is only island level or only continent level. Now, this comes from the statement where Piccolo says he's going to reduce the world to a barren wasteland, and basically that he's going to destroy it, country by country or city by city or what have you. Also, it comes from the idea that Piccolo, when he uses one of his attacks against Goku in the 23rd Budokai, also this comes from the fact that when Piccolo uses one of his attacks against Goku, it's been compared to a nuclear bomb. So people think, oh, his limits must be that he can only destroy country by country, or that, oh, he only has the power of a friggin' nuclear warhead, so he must be island level. No, this is what we call a low-end feat. All sorts of characters have them, like Superman not being able to catch a bullet. Things of that nature. So in reality, these low-end feats really amount to nothing. Also, worth mentioning is that in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, after Raditz is defeated, while Piccolo is training Gohan, Gohan turns into a great ape, and Piccolo decides that the best option is to destroy the moon. Now, when he does this, he's capable of hitting the moon casually with an energy blast within a few seconds, and this completely vaporizes the moon. Now, this feat has actually been calculated to have the energy output of a planet-level destroying attack. This is important because Piccolo literally only has a power level in under 400 while he's suppressed. And this is showing that even at those levels, they're capable of literally producing planet-level attacks. Now, we know that if we look at Roshi, he's been stated to have a power level of about 180 when he was capable of destroying the moon. Now, this is very telling because it is showing us that it is consistent that they can utilize moon level and even planet level attacks by the beginning of Dragon Ball Z while suppressed. Also worth mentioning, Goku is capable of dodging laser beams when he's up against the Red Ribbon Army. He does this against Staff Officer Black, and as we know, a laser is a beam of light. So being able to dodge light would indicate, light speed, or at the very least relativistic speed. As well, Goku is capable of outrunning Tien's solar flare, and of course solar flare again is light. Goku is capable of grabbing Roshi's glasses and returning to his position before the light can touch his eyes after Tien's fired it. So these two feats also substantiate Goku having relativistic speed when he scales from Roshi's moonbusting feat. Even further, later on during the King Piccolo arc, Goku learns how to be faster than lightning, and lightning can actually reach up to 1/3 the speed of light. So yet again, we have more substantiating evidence that indeed it fits right in that Goku would be relativistic. So to sum up, basically, we see in both the anime and the manga, Roshi is fully capable of destroying the moon with one attack in seconds. Kami is fully capable of recreating the moon with his matter manipulation, and also in the guides, it's stated directly that Goku's Super Kamehameha in the 23rd Budokai is fully capable of splitting the moon apart. So, with all these substantiating pieces of evidence, we have more than enough proof to show that they are easily Moon Plus level and relativistic by the time you hit Roshi, Goku in the 22nd Budokai, Tien, anyone who scales up from Roshi, basically. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I always appreciate it. And also hit that bell button to make sure that you get notified whenever I put out new content so you can keep up with what's going on.